fluttertronic is destined to be a 4-foot tall, completely guessed interactive animatronic. The sensors in her mane and neck will give her the ability to talk to you, once you've given her a reason to. And maybe, if she sees that you're just as shy as she is, then she'll take the first step in introducing herself. The creator, Megan Perryman, is 17 years old, and used this as a SCAD at George Mason University application project. She used this character because, well, who doesn't love Fluttershy? Using both components of stepper and brush motors, the code for the animatronic is complex, in a sense of being able to interact with guests at conventions, where Fluttertronic will mostly be presented at. When working on any engineering project, the first step is to use a grid notebook and your online and technological resources for the most productive way to invent. Blender was used to learn what facials needed to be coded into her, and it also gave an idea of what needed to be coded into her body. Blender also helped when adding in watermelon's lines, because the exact emotions were able to be entered into the script. After all, this is a robot that's supposed to make people happy, not just a lifeless demonstration. In the code, Perryman wanted 3 things to happen around everything else. 1. One of her front legs needed to move. 2. Her eyes needed lots of mobility because she would put her head down. And 3. She should be able to sway and blink naturally. Fluttertronic would need specific coding for all of these things to happen, which would probably require the most dreaded Microsoft C++. In 3 beginning stages, it's unclear as to what coding will be necessary. While measuring the parts for the model, Perryman came across a few issues. The first was when she tried measuring with a yardstick. This only gave her an approximate measurement for Fluttertronic, which isn't what she wanted. So, using the yardstick, she began to measure out Flutter's mane and tail. For this, Perryman had an idea of how to cut the mane and tail. Take the straight parts of different soda and water bottles, then make a long tube to the measurement she wanted, until she was able to make it long enough to cut to the right length. She wanted the mane to measure the overall length of the tail, as she used Earthsong 9405's diorama of modified pony skeletal frames, as well as her designs for Fluttershy, and a headcanon for Fluttershy's mother, Posey. These all helped with the creation of the robot by giving a great reference for realistic ideas and colour palettes. With her designs, Perryman discovered that she definitely wanted to add tail feathers from the vintage myths of unicorns. Even though Fluttershy isn't a unicorn, this gives more of an aerodynamical design to Pegasus ponies.